Welcome to Conquest Unboxes, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo Classic Mini, Mini Classic, SNES Mini Classic, SNES Classic Mini. All of the different words jumbled up there, but this, we finally have it. It is September 29th, 2017. This arrived not too long ago, and we are going to open it up. Of course, this is the European version, because, you know, we've got all the different colours on the controller, and there's different sort of console look aesthetic. There's a different one then in Japan, which is obviously the Super Famicom. In North America then it's the sort of purple, the more purple branded version of the console. This right here has 21 games from the SNES. Super NES, SNES, I don't know really, everyone says it differently. Some people absolutely despise SNES because you wouldn't say NES, although some people do. But yeah, we're gonna open this bad boy up. I can't wait to play some of these games because my experience is very limited when it comes to the SNES. I think I vaguely remember playing some of it when I was a wee little boy, but other than that, there's just fragmented memories all over the place. I don't remember these kind of box that, like, on the back you have the box art, and it just shows you by here all the different games. I don't really remember much of the games. I just remember I've played that controller before, so see how it goes. And I got my trusty scissors next to me just in case, but it looks, you know, tape free. Just a little size comparison there against the Switch. So the box is bigger. The Switch, you know, almost measures up size-wise. My hand, however, completely, well, I say completely covers. It spans the box, so I could just do that. Yeah. Time to open up. Let's get down to it. We like opening our boxes. That's what we have here. Okay, so it's a tray. It slides out like that, and then close that. Put that off to the side a little, like so. How does that look? Maybe by here. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, so first up, of course, you have your manual. We'll have a quick little look. See what this is all about. What do we have? Nintendo points, 300 platinum points. I'll get those added to my account. I am going to show you because, you know, it's code, and it's my code because I bought it, not you. Although you might have, and you're just watching this unboxing because you want to. Got the manual. Just, you know, no one reads these anyway. That can move over to the side. Okay, first things first. Should we get the I say boring stuff? Should we just get the least interesting stuff out the way? Cables. So we have one USB cable. Oh, look at this. Yeah, it's like a, I can't remember the difference between mini and micro SD cables. So one cable. I'm guessing it's a charging cable of some sort. We also have underneath the HDMI cable, because the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Mini can be hooked up to any modern TV. That's the beauty of it. It's bringing all of the games and kind of the console from the old and bringing it to the future. So that's what we have. HDMI. Yeah, that's got to be the charging lead, like for the power. And then we have the 3 key items. That's just a box, like insert, tray insert. I don't know how interesting that's going to be. Move all the kind of boring stuff off the table. So now we have a box. Now we have, I wonder what that is. And we got 2 of these. So first up, let's take a look at these. Surprise! Of course, it's a controller. 1 controller out of 2. That feels good. That feels right. buttons very, you know, they're responsive. There's a fine little, there's a click there so you know that button's been pressed. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with this. And of course then you have the cable that's sort of wired up. I say wired up, they're tidied away inside a little bag with a tie on it. So there goes the tie, there goes that. Now I remember when the NES Mini came out, the cables for the controllers, everyone was on about insanely short. These, on the other hand, I think you'll find quite ample, say at least a meter, around about, maybe 5 feet, who knows, maybe 5 feet is a meter. I don't know measurements really. It has the same port as sort of the Wii remotes and nunchucks and all that. Is their same proprietary thing. I don't know why they're still using it. Maybe they just had spare ones lying around and they're like, we gotta use them, and then they're like, oh, we'll chuck them in this. So that's one controller. Second controller, it's the exact same, of course. I mean, imagine if it was like player 1, player 2, but there's no need for that, I guess. Once again, buttons feel very responsive. It's definitely how I remember it. Like, I think the plastic, of course, is different. Same on the console as well, because it stops the yellowing or whatever it is of the plastic that happened on older consoles for whatever reason. But hopefully shouldn't have a problem with these. I don't need to fully untie that one. Now, the main thing. So already it fits in my hand, like literally my hand can almost cover it. Here's the main thing, the something de resistance or whatever the wording is for it. So uncover it for you, la-di-da. Okay, so that is the European model of the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I keep mixing my words up here. SNES, SNES, so I think I'll keep doing that. We have the little cartridge slot, which is actually not working, so don't even try to force a cartridge in there. It's purely cosmetic purposes, although it moves around a little. So there's a cool little thing, I guess. Oh wow, you have, okay, so the eject button is once again, it's not a button. You have the reset button. Yeah, we're getting somewhere with that. I like it. I like the physical sort of, buttons where you can just be like, click, click, and then the power button, of course, up, down, on, off, and all that jazz. And then at the front, you can see where you have the old school ports, and then if you just sort of do that, you have the actual these ports. So it can go like so. And the real handy thing with the two controllers, of course, is a lot of the games that are coming with the system are two-player. They're couch co-op, competitive. So let's just do that. And there you have the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Now let's go through some of the games that come with it. Super Mario World. Never played it, but I've heard great things. In fact, I've never played half these games. And the main reason I've got this is so I can actually jump into them for the first time, develop some thoughts on them, and actually see what I was missing more than anything. So we've got Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, Secret of Mana, F-Zero, Super Castlevania 4, Super Metroid, a game that I've heard so much positive things about. I'm looking forward to jumping into that. Final Fantasy 3, I love my Final Fantasy games, and in fact, I think I've already completed the first 3, and then I jumped to like 15 and 12. Star Fox, or Starwing as it was called, I think, in Europe. Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. I've heard wonderful things yet again about these titles. Super Mario RPG, I want that now. Super Mario Kart, of course, Mario Kart is going to be good. I want to play that now. Donkey Kong Country, it's Donkey Kong for Pete's sake. Secret of Mana, I've already done Donkey Kong Country and Secret of Mana. Where am I going with this? Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, the third Zelda game, if I recall, because it was 2 on the NES, then it was Link to the Past on the Super NES, and a lot of people love A Link to the Past. They rate it above the rest in terms of the actual Zelda series. I'm looking forward to jumping in. The art style and the graphics carry over to this generation easy, because it's such a good looking game. I've seen plenty of screenshots, I've watched some videos. That is a game I really need to spend a lot of time on and complete, hopefully. Mega Man X, Kirby's Dream Course, Kirby Superstar, or Kirby's Fun Pack it used to be called, somewhere. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. Now, Yoshi's Island, I've heard, once again, nothing but good things. All these games. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, never heard of it. Be interested to jump into and find what it's about. Contra 3, The Alien Wars, or Super Probotector Alien Rebels, it was called. Another game that I don't really know much about at all. Looking forward to finding out. Super Punch Out then. I mean, Super Punch Out, I can guess that is a fighting game, but once again, I haven't really done or delved into that too much. Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting. Okay, this is a fighting game. It's a long ass title, but I'm ready to play. Earthbound is the title I've heard probably the most about. It's on numerous people's sort of top 10s or the best RPG lists. Earthbound is a title that I've always sort of looked at. I've been tempted to purchase here and there, whether it was Virtual Console on whichever device. But now I've finally got it. I'm ready to jump in and play some of that. And then the bonus title, the 21st title, if you will, is Star Fox 2. Never released before. Never again. Maybe sometime again. But this was I'm not even sure what year it was, but I think it was late in the cycle, and then they just decided to, not continue with it because they were moving on to like the N64. But that's a cool thing that sort of, it is for collectors. It's never come out properly before. I'm sure there's some random, probably illegal way to get it, but this is the legitimate way to play Star Fox 2. And Star Fox 2 releases this year. I know, an SNES game releasing this year. It's crazy. So there you have it. That is the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Mini Classic, Mini SNES, NES, all that jargon. This is all of it. This has been a Conquest unboxing. Thank you very much for joining. If you like what you saw, don't forget to give us a little like down below. That will help very much. If you want to watch more Conquest content, you can click on the subscribe button. Also, down below, click on the bell icon next to it, and you'll get a notification each and every time we upload a video. We do various gameplay videos as well as podcasts. We have a wrestling podcast currently. Maybe working on getting a gaming one back and running, I'm hoping, but nothing to sort of announce as of yet. You can join the Conquest through a number of different ways. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/join the Conquest. Any sort of support on that platform is hugely appreciated because it'll help us grow, it'll help us just expand and continue conquering everything ever. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/conquestcg, and you can follow us on Twitter at run_conquest. We have an Instagram, we have an editorial website, we have a YouTube because that's what you're watching us on right now. Every other little platform link will be down in the description below. Thank you very much. This has been a Conquest unboxing, the SNES. I've been Rhys Baldwin, and of course for watching, You have been absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. Hope to see you next time on the next Conquest unboxing. All that's left to do is to power down.